exclusively to America on HBO. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Des Reese, and the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, supervisor tonight Michael George, your timekeeper Bob Edgeworth, and the 3 judges scoring this bout, should it go the distance, will be from Australia Malcolm Bullner, from the United Kingdom John Kane, and from the United States John McKay. And your referee in charge of the action at the bell, Ian John Lewis. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing black, green, and gold. He's the challenger tonight, and he stands 6'5" and weighs in officially at 18 stone, 11 pounds, 2 ounces. His professional record is a perfect one. 25 fights, 25 victories, including 22 wins by knockout. From Sydney, New South Wales, the heavyweight fighting pride of all Australia, the undefeated former WBA World Heavyweight Champion, Lucas Big Daddy Brown. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, trimmed with gold, standing 6'4", and he officially weighed in at 18 stone, 2 pounds, 2 ounces. His professional record, an excellent one. 22 victories, 16 wins by knockout with only 1 defeat. From Brixton, London, England, the reigning and defending WBC Silver Belt Heavyweight Champion, Dillian, the Body Snatcher, Uайт.
Super atmosphere here at the O2. The blue ribbon division is booming again.
Trainers, could we exchange flags, please? Boxers, I am the referee. I spoke to you both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. What's the heads? Keep them punches up. And when I shout break, you break clean. And remember, to defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands.
These days, a modern collection of big heavyweights, big matches, and as always, big rewards. Vital night in the careers of Dillиан Уайт and Lucas Brown. The initial bad blood, the needle, the anticipation put to one side for hard preparation from both camps and high stakes. Different personalities, a blend of styles. We're ready, Carl.
We certainly are ready. And we're anticipating immediately what can Lucas Brown bring to this contest. Is it just a punch? Or can he actually box and show us something we've not seen before, because he will probably need it against a motivated Dillиан Уайт.
And he has to be really up for this Uайт, but he has to be careful at all times in there. Surely he can outbox Brown in large patches of this. But they were talking, Team Brown, about the way he can maneuver himself into landing maybe that one big shot he needs around the top of the temple, or an uppercut that he throws. He will come forward. He won't be like Robert Helenius at the Principality that went into his shell, and it was a really negative performance and a tough night for Dillиан Уайт in terms of looking good. He's got the perfect opponent to look excellent, hasn't he? Providing he stays out of trouble.
Exactly that. He has got the perfect opponent to look good against. Against Hellenius, when you've got somebody who's negative and undermotivated, it's difficult to get something going because you're the guy that has to instigate the work and push forward and set the pace. And if you're finding it easy and having it all your own way, human nature sometimes lets you sit back and have a couple of easy rounds.
Only one defeat, of course, for Dillon White. That knockout here against Anthony Joshua, but Lucas Bраун, no one has ever found a way as a professional to get past him yet. Turns southpaw. They were talking about switching, trying to find those angles. Slight swelling already under the left eye of Bраун.
The heads coming quite dangerously together a couple of times. Referee Ian John Lewis not picking up on anything sinister, so just left him to it. White boxing nicely, just using his jab and movement. He's not coming forward, taking any real chances. No need to this early on.
And his flexibility and athleticism and added advantage in speed as well. Dillon White. He is heavy, isn't he, Bраун? You can see that around the midriff.
He does look very heavy.
There's a cut as well, left eye, and it's happened to Lucas Bраун before, and there's a right hand from White right into it.
Boxing on Sky Sports, sponsored by Voltarol, the joy of movement.
Unbelievable.
Too right. I just got a cracking sign-up offer from Betway.
It can't be.
I know. You get a £30 free bet when you join.
Do something!
I will. I just need to deposit and bet £30.
Hooray!
You don't need to ask me twice. Done. I've got a good feeling about this. Yes. I'm pretty excited myself. Oh, for the love of the game. Betway.
Welcome back. That's the corner of Lucas Bраун. Rodney Williams running at Philippe Fondue, the former gamekeeper and one-time dentist who almost runs European boxing. And he's involved as well with Lucas Bраун. The right hand from Dillon White. Bраун cut and plodded through the opener, didn't he? Looking painfully slow at times.
He does look slow. He looks heavy and almost awkward in his movement. It's hard for him to manoeuvre himself around the ring, but he carries the punch with that weight. So if he has any success with any of his shots, then we wait to see how Dillon reacts to it. But as of yet, Dillon just boxing nicely behind that jab, and he's having some success with that right hand also, which is good news for him.
And Lucas Bраун has always found a way. That's a nice right from Dillon White. It's almost slow motion from Bраун, who I heard reports from sparring with Derek Chisora that he was very easy to hit, but then he has been in as well with Tyson Fury. He's trained hard, Bраун, and he had to. This is a big opportunity. Tries to close the range down, but White is getting the punches off and blood from the eye. Good work from Dillon White, ripping into the body of Lucas Bраун. This is an excellent start from the man from Brixton.
Yeah, good body shots there, following a couple of nice lead right hands. And Lucas Bраун is far too slow to have no defence. I mean, his arms, he's carrying them just above his waist, and he's wide open. So this is bad work from him, really. I mean, to sit in front of Dillon White with this slow, cumbersome movement and then zero defence at times, it's not good from him.
Well, he's being busted up early. White, good defence. Almost expressionless, Lucas Bраун, as he tries to chuck out a right hand. It's good work this from White, who was talking about the padded record of Lucas Bраун, that it's easy to knock out tomato cans, he called them. Disrespectful, they don't like each other, but they respect each other because the prize at stake is surely a shot at the world heavyweight title.
Really easy to hit there. Lucas Bраун, Диллиан Уайт just having his own way with that right hand. It's worth pointing out, the one thing we don't know about Lucas Bраун is how tough he is, because he's coming into the ring unbeaten. So if he can take these shots and take this fight late, who knows, he still carries power. But this is good work from White, and real bad news for Lucas Bраун so far.
Very hard man. He was in the mixed martial arts world. He worked as a doorman for many years and was in all sorts of difficult situations back home in Australia, but he is being absolutely punished every time. Terribly slow, and Dillon White takes the opening too easily.
Boxing on Sky Sports, sponsored by Voltron. Enjoy.
Enjoy Ant and Dec's Saturday night takeaway online slot game, exclusively at 32red.com.
Welcome to Ant and Dec's Saturday night takeaway,
featuring Ant versus Dec free spins and the amazing Win the Ads bonus feature.
It's time to play Win the Ads.
Play online, on mobile and on tablet. Get £10 free when you join 32red.com, where you're the big deal.
Conor Benn looking fit and healthy. He's back on our Liverpool show when Amir Khan fights his former World Cruiserweight champion Glenn McCrory at ringside. Carl Froch alongside me, behind us David Hay and Johnny Nelson shaking their head about Lucas Bраун so far. Dillon White in total control. It's been the perfect start. What can Bраун do? He said, I will land on him. I've got 12 rounds to do it. At the moment, British fight fans will be happy because, dare we said, it looks easy.
Well, Lucas Bраун, he's not jabbing, he's not trying to set anything up. It's almost like he's got no game plan. Is he just coming in here hoping he can just land some kind of looping, lucky shot? Because if that's what he thinks, Dillon White's far too experienced and well too schooled for that. So I'm hoping for the fans' sake and for his own sake, there's more to him.
Big right hand there from Dillon White, and maybe he could become the puncher in the fight. And that cut looks bad. Left eye of Lucas Bраун. We saw him rally all those years ago against Richard Towers. But this is a different level. Dillon White wants a world championship. There's the right from Bраун. Just a reminder. And if White engages with him, well, that's what Bраун wants. And that was what he's doing. He says, come on then, let's have it. Big left hook from White, but it bounces off the chin of Lucas Bраун.
Good shots from White. I mean, that right hand was a thunderous right hand that landed flush, and Lucas Bраун just smiled at him. Unfortunately for him, he's badly caught up now around that left eye, complaining to the referee about the elbow.
No, that was a right to the temple, and I think that slightly disorientated the big man. Bраун coming forward, looking for one shot. His face a bloody mask, and the eye closing as well. It's swelling.
Dillon White should just take his time and throw the 1-2 down the pipe, because he cannot miss Lucas Bраун. There's no head movement, there's no defence. White should just take his time, work the jab, and then put the right hand on the end of it, because, as I've said, he cannot miss. Lucas Bраун coming forward with really no game plan, looking very crude.
Shagayev won round after round, but there was a late dramatic finish, and here comes Lucas Bраун trying the right hands and the big uppercuts. He knows that eye is really bad. Without even hold up, and White takes his time, utilising his accuracy. But at least Brown's woken up.
Yeah, they seem to be landing some cuffing shots on the inside of the glove, and Dillon White sometimes, as he moves back, you see him look a little bit unsteady on his feet, and sometimes you're not sure whether these punches are having an effect, but I'm sure he's comfortable.
Blood from the nose of White, but nothing compared to the left side of Lucas Bраун's face. They're going to have to work so hard. I don't know whether he can get through the fight with that injury. It's a bad one.
there was nothing wrong with that there, Lucas Brown, but he's walking forward with no head movement, straight into the shots of Dillon Whyte, getting caught with a left hook there. I mean, there was some real good knockout blows landed there from Dillon Whyte, and Lucas Brown took them well, but you just simply cannot keep taking these shots flush in this division. His face a bloody mask towards the end of that round, bad cut above the eyes.
It's a terrible count, Carl. That's a really bad one, and it's in a horrible place. Here's the fourth round, the all-black of Dillon Whyte with those white boots and the gold and green, the Australian colours on the back of the heavily tattooed Lucas Brown, who might have been told there in the corner that he's running out of time already. Philippe Fondu's so experienced working on that cut.
I think that would have been good advice if they tell him in the corner to get to work, because I think his time's limited now with that cut. As you said, it's really bad. It's looking jagged and it's above the eye, so as soon as the blood starts flowing, it will blind him in that left eye.
Good right hand from Whyte, and Brown lunging and missing. Concentration, but he looks relaxed here, Whyte. And he's showing the variety with body shots, and that left hook proving a valuable weapon tonight.
Yeah, just taking his time now on his back foot as Lucas Brown comes forward. Whyte able to make him miss, rolling nicely. Picked a couple of nice body shots as well, so he's mixing it up. He's not really in any rush, he doesn't need to be.
Worked very hard on his fitness up at Loughborough. Dillon Whyte obviously chose to come in heavier. What of Lucas Brown? He's trained in Australia, been here for a few weeks under the Ricky Hatton promotional banner. Ricky saying to us all week it's a 50-50 fight, and he just has to land at some point.
No, he's boxing well here, Dillon Whyte. When he's on his back foot, he's against the ropes. He's got a nice, tight, high guard. There's no real gaps. He's slipping and sliding well, rolling. It's going to be difficult for Lucas Brown to land anything at this pace and this kind of punch speed, because Whyte can see everything coming. Maybe trying to mix it up a little bit there, switching southpaw.
But still he gets blocked with the right hand. Nice left hand work from Dillon Whyte, the jab, the hook, and now a combination as well.
Well, that's what he needs, combination punches, Dillon Whyte. If he can back up Brown, get him against the ropes and pull a combination together. Referee in John Lewis, very experienced. He can see all the blood pouring now in the face of Lucas Brown. If Whyte can land 3 or 4 shots.
He nods there, Brown, an appreciation. He's being outthought, outclassed. On this performance, you sort of wonder how he could have become a world heavyweight champion, Lucas Brown, relying on that power, but he's losing everything here. It's been an excellent performance so far for the lone wolf, the body snatcher, the villain, and that jab has been penetrating, effective, doubling it out. Great work with his left hand tonight.
Well, that jab's such an effective punch. It keeps your opponent off balance. If you're in against a puncher like Lucas Brown is, as he tries to get set, to set his feet, to get his opponent on target just before he unloads the big right hand or whichever punch he's looking for, if that jab is in his face, as it is there on the slow motion replay, straight away he has to reset, realign his whole body and his thought process and think about the next attack. And Whyte using that jab very effectively this evening. Very impressive work.
Mark Tibbs now running the corner with his dad, Jimmy, these days. Jonathan Banks looked after Whyte for a while, and he spent much time in the Klitschko camps. Lucas Brown with Rodney Williams running his corner, and Philippe Fondu and a small team from Australia. Leon Margulis as well, the American promoter, part of the setup. A global team for Lucas Brown, and at the moment a performance that's doing very well for Dillon Whyte globally. Our colleagues from HBO just alongside us, Jim Latley, Max Kellerman. So it's been to America. This is good then for Whyte, and he's making the most of it.
blood now streaming really heavily from a cut and maybe the nose also.
The nose has gone as well, Carl. And he really is now planting his feet, and he feels this is the time to take out Lucas Brown. Dillon White.
Yeah,
this is a punishing performance from White, who's got it spot on against the cumbersome Lucas Brown.
Absolutely bashing him up here with body and head shots. I mean, he worked the body well there, but these head shots are making a real mess of Lucas Brown's face. He's going to be blinded in that left eye. Now his breathing's going to be impaired, and that's the job of Dillon White. He's doing it very well here. If you can't knock your opponent out, bust him up like he is doing here. He just needs to be careful, because Brown, I suppose, always has a puncher's chance, but I'm struggling to see what game plan he's trying to implement here, Lucas Brown, because he's just walking forward, taking shots full-heartedly on the face.
Blood streaming from the nose. I think the game plan was just to land one big shot, and at this moment, no signs of it. Mixing it up again, Dillon White. There's the jab that you spoke about through the analysis. They're beckoning Brown alongside us to come on to him. It's good defence here.
Good defence from Dillon White. No openings, not taking any chances, nothing wild and cumbersome with his work. Everything's quite accurate. He picked a nice left up to the body there. He doesn't really need to throw them body shots, but it just shows discipline, shows he's working on something. Right uppercut there, missing quite badly, but why not try it, because he can't miss.
38 Brown, and he's been rather inactive as well. Had that win over Matthew Greer back in New South Wales, but not much since the Shagayev night, and of course the positive drugs tests. And White had former issues with those, which he had to serve a ban, but a long, long time ago. And it looks a long, long, long way home now for Lucas Brown.
Boxing on Sky Sports, sponsored by Voltarol, the joy of movement.
The operation went like clockwork until the last few days. We need you to go in and clean up the mess.
What's this got to do with Harry?
He wanted to work for us. He wanted to follow in your footsteps. So you turned on him, killed him. I'm giving you the opportunity to make this right.
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, you're out of the game.
Yeah, me too.
Brand new Deep State, coming soon to Fox.
Ian John Lewis, the referee, came over to have a look at Lucas Brown. Philip Fondue nodded, said that he's okay. But is there a point that they should be thinking about his health here, Lucas?
Well, if I'm working Lucas Brown's corner, and I'm not the most compassionate person, but I'm sending him out for one more round, because he's getting badly beaten up. His face is a bloody mess. He's got really deep, wide, jagged cuts above his eye, which Philip Fondue won't be able to stop the bleeding with any kind of adrenaline or Vaseline. And he's now he's got nose damage and closed eyes. Good work from Dillon White.
Big combinations. Lucas Brown will try and chat one more, but he can't. And the left hand lays him out. Dillon White is victorious. And it's a dramatic finish after a punch-perfect display. And our attention just goes to Lucas Brown, because that was a heavy fall. And the celebrations will just be muted for the